not to be played with. You better off not saying shit. We got a girl motivation. The mean that's in the man, she was like a spaceship. They got my keys working like shit, more like a spaceship. Fuck your bitch and she ain't saying shit. My shoulders got location. She is mine. Watch. I'm not to be played with. Yeah. Tell my niggas tap in. From that job or that block where they trap in. This that real rap, y'all niggas capping. Put a slug in the chest.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today we're gonna be hanging out with my neighbor. He needs to get a belt for the AC, the AC belt for his Tahoe, and also we're gonna try to find the tensioner for that. Unfortunately, his Tahoe's been having an issue. I don't know if it's a common issue on other Tahoes, but basically on his the AC belt basically wobbles off as the car is running, and you know, with that he doesn't have AC right now, so we're gonna go see if we can try and find that belt and get that AC fixed ASAP. My neighbor is Cody. He's gonna be in the channel here and there, and he's literally my next door neighbor, so you guys will see him here and there in the videos, and his Tahoe as well. He has the boosted Tahoe. He is on the Explicit Instagram. You guys can see it there. Check it out. I have a few pictures and like a small little video of it, but if you guys are interested, you guys can check out his Tahoe. And for today, yeah, that's what we're going to be doing, and if we find the parts, we'll be doing a video installing them, and if not, that's going to suck, because that's what the video today was going to be about. So again, if we find them, then we'll be doing a video installing them and all that. But for now, let's get on over there and get this belt. Let's go. Start shutting off on you. Just gotta restart it. Almost a quarter tank. I'm just trying to burn this gas out of it so I can fucking put E90 in it already. O'Reilly's. The girl's not here. Auto parts. Nope.
Hey, you about to curve the ditch.
Huh?
I thought you were about to curve that hole.
Nah.
O'Reilly's.
Those one never has it in stock.
How's it going, man?
The hoe. The low hoe.
Belts.
72.
Gotcha. You don't have the green ones?
Nope.
Oh. These don't last very long.
Alright guys, so I just found out one of the O'Reilly's guy here has a YouTube channel too, so what's up, man?
What's going on?
What's your YouTube channel, man?
What's my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Man, I haven't been on it in so long. I have to I have to look it up, honestly.
Well, guess what? This is gonna be my first video, so we're both gonna be new on here.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man. We'll get his YouTube channel later. Once he starts it up, but he's gonna be building a what 72 C10?
Mm-hmm.
The nice 72 C10, my favorite year, man. So I'm excited for that too, even though it's not my truck. So we'll stay tuned with that.
He's like, fuck yeah. Everyone always thinks I'm playing with it.
Shit.
We just told him about the Tahoe real quick, so we're gonna see his reaction.
Yeah, you're gonna piss a lot of people off.
I already have QC8 Corvettes, a couple Hellcats, you know what I mean? Yeah, they all don't respect it.
I love it because I know their reaction because I've raced a few and they're all just like, ain't no way. It sounds beefy, but it's not.
Well, usually their reaction is once it starts building boost, the wastegate atmospherically dumps above the front master.
Yeah.
And once it starts screaming, everyone's facing what the fuck? So yeah, it pisses a bunch of people off, but it's fun as hell.
I'm fucking dead. Jesus.
Full size SUV.
It's a V6. It's a V6, guys. It's a V6.
Steak up the slot.
Yeah, man. It only makes like 400 horsepower.
You're overselling, man. It makes like 310.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
That's got a built 6-liter with a built 4L80. Rated for 2000.
Shout out to those people right there, TMB. They might be making me some shirts and some decals, so stay tuned for that. By the way, the channel is called Explicit. Right now I have it under Explicit Aussie because Instagram wouldn't let me just name it Explicit. So we're gonna name it Explicit Aussie. But the channel itself is gonna be called Explicit. Just so you guys know, my Instagram channel is explicit_Aussie, but the YouTube is gonna be called Explicit. We're mainly gonna be having you know, car and truck stuff. That's what I'm into. That's what I've always been into. You guys will see more of my stuff later. Unfortunately, right now I don't have a project because I'm trying to buy my house, so I had to sell my car and put that money towards the house. You know, family comes first. I do have a family, and I am married, so I gotta put them first. But for now, you know, we're gonna be making some content with the Tahoe. Like I said, he's my neighbor, literally my next door neighbor, and I got another neighbor down the road. Man, yeah, I'll show you guys his cars later. I'll leave that as a little surprise because he's got some nice stuff. I should be going through with my house pretty soon. I actually called the home loan people Friday, so hopefully I get a call back this Monday and get the ball rolling on that. And then once you know, the house goes through, then I'll be picking up another project. So y'all stay tuned for that. For right now, we're about to get back in the truck and go to another auto parts store to see if we can find that belt and the tensioner.
Right now, I have the main shape. The belt is falling off every time I get it. They don't want to tell them what the gate's breaking. But usually get like 5,000 miles, which is better than everyone else.
What's up, man? You gonna throw a turbo on the C10?
Oh, shit, I might. Look at it.
And then it's getting CCSV brakes all the way around on it pretty soon. I have 6 pistons in the front. I'm contemplating 6 or 4 pistons.
Thing about this Tahoe, guys, is that yes, obviously it's boosted. It's got an 80mm turbo. It's got a built 6.0 in it. I can drop a parts list if you guys want to know what's all done to it. But the thing that catches the most attention is that it has an external wastegate. Sorry, I got the camera pretty close to my face. It has an external wastegate and it screams. It's in here in the wheel well. As you can see part of the tube right there. But that's the external wastegate. It likes to scream. What do you say?
He likes it. He wants it.
Hi, bro. So, I just got this camera not too long ago, and after the shot, after we left O'Reilly's, the camera, the screen said something about like the temperature was too high. So, being that I just got this camera, I was like, oh crap. Basically, like the message says internal temperature high, allowed to cool or something like that. So I just got this camera, so I stopped recording after that and let it cool down. It is pretty hot today in Texas, like 96 degrees here in Houston. So like I said, I just got this camera, so I stopped recording. But after O'Reilly's, we just went to AutoZone. AutoZone didn't have the belt. Then we went to Advanced Auto. They didn't have the belt either, so unfortunately we had to come home and no install video. So, but we're gonna be ordering online, or he's going to be ordering it online, and once it comes in, along with the tensioner, we'll basically do a video just installing it and all that, and then just going out and doing some more pulls. And again, we're also going to be linking up with a couple other people, other YouTubers. I have personally met one of them. He's a Static Leo, and the other one is his name is Freddy LSX. You guys can check out his channel. I haven't met him yet, but I'm planning on going over there sometime this week, maybe. Actually, no, I can't even go this week because both Freddy LSX and Static are going to Cali to the Truck Invasion show. So I guess we'll be checking them out when they come back. Once they come back, maybe next weekend or something like that. But then again, next weekend is also Father's Day, so we'll see what my schedule looks like. But during the week, I'm just going to be just getting other content with my neighbor's Tahoe, and we're gonna try to see if we can hit some runs this week, and that should be fun. I haven't been to any runs out here. For those of you that don't know what runs is, it's basically street racing. I've heard that it's pretty lit here in Texas, so I'm excited. I've never been. I tried to go once, but I was doing something. Basically, I was already somewhere, and on my way home, I just seen like a bunch of cars just coming, and I was just confused. I was like, what the hell? Like, what's going on? And this one car I pulled up next to me, and he was like, "What's up?" I was like, what's up? And he was like, "Where are you going?" I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "I'm going home." And he's like, "Oh, you're not going to the runs?" I was like, "No." I was like, "But where they at? Like, I'm down to go." And at that time, I was with my brother-in-law, but he was in his car and he was following me. So since it wasn't planned, basically we went home. But once I got home, I was telling my wife, I'm like, "Man, some guy just came up to me talking to me about some runs." She's like, "Why don't you go?" I'm like, "Screw it, like I'm gonna go." So I called my brother-in-law. I was like, "Hey man, like let's go to the runs." And he's like, "I'm down." So I try to go on Instagram, try to see like if anybody posted anything about any runs or anything like that, but unfortunately I couldn't find anything, so I wasn't able to go that day. So again, I haven't been to any runs out here in Houston, so you know, hopefully I heard that this week there's gonna be some, so we're gonna try to make them, and at the same time hopefully try to fix his AC before the runs. That way we can, you know, be out there chilling with some AC. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get that. I'm gonna try to get as much content as I can for you guys of the runs. I gotta talk to this other dude just to get more information about it, about what time and where. So that's what we'll be doing this week. Like I said, I wanted to go meet up with Freddy LSX and Static Leo, but they're gonna be out in Cali. So unfortunately, I won't be able to make it because I'm already going to Cali next month. That's where I'm from. Actually, I'm from San Diego, California. But I moved out here to Houston, Texas, January of 2020. I moved out here. I've always wanted to move here, not necessarily Houston, but I just always wanted to move to Texas ever since I was like in high school. Just, you know, I didn't know anybody, so, you know, it never happened. But I ended up joining the military back in 2017, and you know, I got to experience living outside of California, and I liked it. So once I got out of the military, I did go back home to San Diego for like 6 months, and then shortly after that, my wife's uncle, you know, had called us. He's like, "Hey man, I'm selling the house. You know, I know you guys been wanting to move here, so I just want to call you guys and give you guys first dibs." So as soon as he told us, it was like, "Yep, like we're moving." So a month later, we ended up moving here to Houston, and now we're here. So I'm pretty new here. I don't know a lot of people because I do work a full-time job. So, and I do hang out with like the people from work, but I don't know any people like outside of work. So I'm excited to meet a lot of new people. Hopefully, you know, this journey with me starting YouTube and you know, the car and truck scene out here in Houston, you know, hopefully I can meet a lot more people, and you know, it's a fresh start for me. Again, I'm not from here. This is my first time living in Houston, so I'm excited. You know, I've only been here for a year and a half, but at the same time, that's why I'm saying like I haven't really met people, because I go to work, and outside of work, like I'll hang out with my coworkers, and that's about as much as I do. I'm not really a, you know, clubbing person, or, you know, going out to the bar, stuff like that. I mean, I do like going to the bar, but we don't do it because, again, we just moved here, so we don't have like family members or friends, you know, to be watching the kids. And at the same time, you know, my wife and I are very picky about who watches our kids, because those are our babies. So you know, that's why we don't really go out and do much, because of that. And it does get crazy when you go out, especially I have 3 kids, so it gets crazy when you go out with 3 kids. You know, you got kids screaming, and it gets crazy. So that's another reason why we don't really do much. But like I said, with this with doing YouTube and stuff, you know, I hope that I do get to meet a lot more people that share the same passion as I do, which is cars and trucks. You know, I love it. Ever since I was little, my dad growing up, he was a mechanic, so I always grew up in the shop. So I love it, you know. That's what I like to do. I like it more as a hobby, you know. I like working on my cars, on my trucks. I do like doing work for other people sometimes, but like, for example, like my dad, he's a full-time mechanic. Like, I can't see myself doing that, just because I've seen, you know, the headaches that he goes through. You know, he stresses and stuff like that, especially because working in some shops, you know, it's kind of like, it's very competitive, you know, commission or stuff like that. So I really don't want to get into that, but eventually I do want to have my own shop, but it's going to be mainly for like aesthetics, you know, like doing like vinyl wraps, like lifts, drops, you know, just cool stuff like that, basically, you know, like just not necessarily a full-blown mechanic shop or auto repair shop. You know, I do want to do like some performance stuff, you know, like doing some cams and stuff like that, but yeah, I'm not a mechanic, let's just say that. I'm more of like your local backyard mechanic. That's who I am. But like I said, I like it. It's what I like to do, you know. Whenever I just need to, you know, clear my mind, I come into the garage and I work on whatever I got to do. And yeah, I mean, right now I don't have a project, like I said earlier, but, you know, I do have my 2020 Durango. I do want to do some things to it. I won't do too much, because at the end of the day, this is my family hauler. You know, this is the car that I bought to be safe and run 100%. So I don't really want to mess too much with it as far as like the engine. But as far as like, you know, exterior mods, I have put the 22-inch Hellcat reps. But then again, like, who doesn't have these, right? These are kind of played out now. Excuse the wheels. I washed the car yesterday, but I didn't clean the wheels. I'll be doing that today. Yeah, I mean, that's as far as I have the wheels on it. I want to lower it. I want to do some more stuff to the exhaust. The exhaust right now just has a rear muffler delete. It sounds decent, but I want a little more out of it. And I did have a cold air intake that came off my old 2015 Durango RT, but I took it off and I put the stock one back on. And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be looking for a better intake, probably like, you know, AFE or something like that. Something that will be legit, because the other intake, I low-key made it. It was like an eBay intake, and I built my own like box around it, you know, the shroud, so it's not sucking in hot air. And but matter of fact, I have that. No, maybe I threw it away already. I don't think I have it anymore. Yeah, I threw it away. But yeah, I built my own box for it. That way it wasn't just sucking in all the hot air from the engine bay. But yeah, like I said, that's about what I'll do. And later on, I'm gonna do some like audio stuff because the stock audio it supposedly comes with like an Alpine system, which I mean really isn't all that. It is better than the Beats audio that Dodges come with, but then again, it's not enough. You know, I like my music loud. I like my bass, so I'm gonna be replacing all the speakers in it and throwing an amp with it. I don't know what I'm gonna do about subs because again, this is the family car. So I don't want to be throwing like a big box. So if I do anything, I'm gonna have to get a custom box made so it doesn't take any cargo space. Because you know, with having kids, you know, we have strollers and stuff, so that's not gonna work. But yeah, I mean that's about, like I said, that's about as much as I'll do to it. If I do end up keeping it long, you know, once the warranty runs out or something like that, or once I stop caring about the warranty, then I'll get into the engine a little bit. For example, these Durangos, for some reason, I don't know why they're detuned compared to like the Rams, you know, the Chargers and stuff like that, or the other Mopars that come with the 5.7 Hemi. For some reason, they decided to slack a little bit on this one, and it sucks. I mean, whatever. It is a family vehicle, but it has a Hemi. Like, why would you detune it? You know, I understand for the V6s, cool, but it has a 5.7. You know, but yeah, like I said, I had bought it for that reason, and I bought it to eventually trade it for the SRT. I don't know about that now because with my 2015, my monthly payment was like $500, which wasn't bad. And when I bought it, it was like I said, it was a 2015, one previous owner, and it had like 28,000 miles, so it was perfect. And my payment was like $500. I was like, okay, that's not much more because before that I had a 2006 Jeep SRT. And my payment was like high threes or like really low fours, so it wasn't really much difference going into the 2015. But when I bought this, man, let me tell you, that was the worst financial decision I've ever made in my life. I doubled my payment, so I went from $500 to $1,000 a month, and that was crazy. But at the same time, I just bit the bullet because I was like, you know what, it's gonna have warranty, so I'm good. But we actually refinanced it not too long ago, so that's pretty cool. My payment did go down to like $600 and some dollars. So that's super awesome, you know, like being able to save that money and not having to dump $1,000 a month into a car that I don't even really want to have, you know. Like, I'd rather have the SRT. I'll be more than glad to pay $1,000 a month for an SRT, you know. But at the same time, I learned a lesson with this one. I'm never gonna buy a brand new car again unless I become rich one day. But man, that's the first and last time I buy a brand new car for now. It is nice, you know, cool. I have a 2020, but it doesn't feel brand new anymore, and only because I'm picky. Like, here in Houston is so big, so like if you go anywhere, you have to drive long distance to go anywhere. And in just a year and a half of having it, I already put 20,000 miles on it, and to me that is insane. To people here, that's normal. Like 15,000 to 20,000 miles a year here is normal to people. That's why when you look at cars for sale here in Houston, a lot of them have super high miles, and that's why, because people drive long distance to get anywhere. And I didn't really think I was gonna you know, drive the miles up like that. So it kind of sucks that that's how the way it went. But like I said, the payment went down, so I'm a little happier with it now. I'm a little more happy to have it. But yeah, like I said, eventually, hopefully one day I'll trade it in for an SRT. I'm not really gonna, you know, try to get a Hellcat one because that's just too much money. Too rich for my blood. So for now, like I said, I'll settle with the SRT, and we'll see what happens. You know, let me just show you guys the little family hauler real quick. There she is. I gave her a little wash yesterday because she was filthy. I washed it like May 11th or so, or May 12th, and it just rained here in Houston for like 2 weeks straight. And then this past week, I've been wanting to wash it, but I didn't. So you know, I eventually washed it yesterday, all late. So that's pretty cool, I guess, to have it. But yeah, like I said, I finally did wash it yesterday. You know, it was way overdue for a bath, you know. But we have so much rain here in Houston that, you know, sometimes it's not even worth washing because it's just gonna rain the next day again. But let me finish showing you guys the Durango real quick. If you guys want to see more of it, just let me know. You know, I don't mind recording, but you know, she's just a little family hauler, not nothing special. All right, I'll show you guys the interior real quick. Like I said, I just washed it, so it is clean. But yeah, And yes, I do have car seats in the back, all 3 of them, because I got 3 kids. So yeah, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and give me a follow on Instagram. All right, let's run this channel up. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of footage. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of content. It's gonna be interesting. Don't worry. And once I go to Cali, man, y'all stay tuned for that, because it's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a show. But yeah, like I said, for now, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.